This is Surf. Surf is a thing with ramps. You slide on them, go fast. Several games have attempted to take the mechanics from Surf and B-Hop and turn them into profitable standalone products. And unfortunately, as the YouTube guy who surfs, I had to play a few of them, and things got strange very quickly. Viewer discretion is advised for the first few minutes of this video, and welcome to KoboldKare. I was doing research one day, typing surf into everywhere that would take it, and there it was. So I clicked on it. KoboldKare is a multiplayer farming simulator to naked kobolds. It's an FPS where there is bee-hopping, surfing, and trimping, which is from TF2, and also sex. And what they meant by that was immediately apparent in the preview, so naturally, I had to buy it. I wasn't exactly shocked by what I saw, pretty much what's explained on the store page. In this game, you lay eggs, those eggs sprout the animal, you put the animal in a mailbox and get money. And some other stuff. What I was surprised by was how good the bee-hopping mechanics actually were. You can air strafe, which gains speed when you turn and hold the corresponding key at the same time. This is the fundamental basis of most source movement games, and it feels pretty clean. The rocks on the side function as surf ramps, and with a nifty glitch, you can build a ton of speed to quickly traverse the map. For what it's worth, KoboldKare properly implements this incredibly satisfying mode of movement, and provides a benefit to those with this common skill. See, millions of players already know how to strafe. If they played Counter-Strike, TF2, Apex Legends, air strafing has at least some impact. New games can use this existing movement system, even if it's not in source, to add further complexity and speed runability to their game. Wow. Or at least that's what they should be doing. The next game I found was Bunny Hop. Extreme. Very creative. Bunny Hop mimics the movement system for B-Hop in the Unity engine. And again, the movement exceeded my expectations. The controls were responsive, my muscle memory for strafing transferred over, and the surf ramps had proper physics. I found myself completing most of the stages and going for faster times without much frustration. But here's what bugs me. Why play this game when you could just play the original? There's the 20 set maps made by the developer and the leaderboard, but none of the bells and whistles that regular servers have. No save states, no optimization data. None of the thousands of maps that already exist. More importantly, maybe games should avoid copying just Surf and instead integrate it into their unique vision. The original Half-Life does this perfectly and unintentionally a whole year before I was even born. The result is a game that is still speedrun to this day and purchased as a consequence. Which leads us to Frag Surf. Out of the aforementioned games, this is the most accurate representation of source movement. It has a way bigger selection of maps, many of which are classics from Counter-Strike, and it features this huge game mode called Trick Surf, with a full trick book, just trust me, this is a good thing, as well as Combat Surf. But the game is kind of dead. Frag Surf caused an initial splash in the surf community. It was the only standalone surf game to fully release, and some hailed it as a viable replacement for CSGO Surf. But 6 months out from its 2.0 release, and numbers are stagnant. The main reason, even though Frag Surf was really good, a $7 product cannot compete with an identical and free existing product. Frag Surf can only survive if it is able to differentiate itself from the original game. The other reason, the dev for Frag Surf, Craze, is also working on Strafe, Surf and B-Hop in the new sandbox engine by Facepunch. Yet another way to play Surf with potential for major graphical improvements and a new community, which is why we have to talk about Vivid Surf. Off the bat, things look immediately different. It's another Unity port for Surf. Unfortunately, like Bunny Hop Extreme, this game only had its own unique maps, none of the ones that already exist. But it is made by an actual Surf mapper, Tekken, who made Surf Lab. The one big twist on this game is higher accessibility. In Vivid Surf, you no longer have to use strafe keys, A and D, at all. You only have to use your mouse. This makes a huge difference in the learning curve, and it increases the number of people that can play the game, because you can also play on a controller. That's never happened before. Vivid Surf does offer something new that differentiates it from the base game. You might be willing to pay $10 for a much easier entry version of Surf. But Vivid Surf will be at a big disadvantage, regardless of the price point, because of one big title, Momentum Mod. If you follow this channel at all, you've already heard of Momentum. It is a one-to-one port of not just Surf, but 8 other game modes from Counter-Strike, TF2, Titanfall, and Quake. It is the most comprehensive attempt to make a standalone Surf game, and it's pretty much flawless. Momentum Mod feels exactly the same as Counter-Strike Surf, and you can effortlessly play any existing Surf map by dragging it into the map folder. If Momentum Mod is successful, it may be the new hub for all Surf movement. Oh, and it's free. However, Momentum Mod is going to have to compete directly with each original community to survive. If surfers do not move over, players from Momentum Mod will leak into the more active Counter-Strike network, and the same goes for every movement game mode. But many are optimistic for this product because of its vision to create a stable standalone Surf product for generations of surfers to come. You probably wouldn't have expected this, but the Surf-like market is actually oversaturated. There are too many options and too many of them are free. So to the guy on Twitter who's going to make the next Surf standalone, don't worry, we're good. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing for more Surf content, and as always, good luck sliding those triangles.